welcome back to Bees Aquatics. Today I'm going to be showing you how to clean out your tank or do a simple water change. I didn't upload yesterday because for me today it was Mother's Day and I wasn't going to upload today. But I realized I already had a video, so I just didn't do it tomorrow. But because I record these videos early. So let's get right into the supplies we need though. All you need is a gravel vac, depending on what size tank you have. I have one for the bigger one for the smaller one. Dechlorinator, and something to put your water in, like a bucket. And if you're on carpet or you just don't want your water to get on your floor, I just have plastic that I have in my closet, and I'll just unfold it and it'll just protect the water from getting everywhere. So first I took off the top of the tank, which is right there right now, and then I put this in the water. So now I'm just gonna try to start up the suctioning. So I'm gonna put mouth on that and I just suck it until I suck the water like a straw until I see water about get to right there and start going, and then it'll start suctioning. Just because I do that because it's way easier than going like this, because that's what you're supposed to do. But the water doesn't really come up that quickly that way. But yeah, I'll show you what I do after I get that working. I can see that there's water flowing into the bucket, and it's suctioning out of here. So now basically for this, all I'm going to be doing, I'm not going to be doing a big water change, so if I want to get this going. On right here, I'm going to try to get around Toothless right there. And I read the bag of sand said if you want to do a water change, just slowly go. Because it's my first time going with sand. It's new to me. But I'm just going to try to kind of go around it. And it should just suck up this part. Like that. And I'll also just go up the tube. And it works just like that. Just go around there. Just because that's pretty much all I'm going to be doing in this tank. You can see it's all going up in there. Some of it's falling back out, which is not ideal, but I'll show you that when it's done. So I just took it out. You can see where I put it. It's kind of like a little circle. The spot's gone. A little bit of sand fell on his face, but that should go off as he moves around. And so now all I'm going to do is not that much water in here. To empty it, I just took this when it was in the water, and I put it up so the water all flowed down into it and down to the bucket. So there's no more water in here, so less of it's flowing out. And so what I do with this water, I bring it to the bathtub because that's the closest area to it, and I'll dump it out. And then I'll clean it out with cleaning stuff, so because I don't want a dirty bathtub. But then, yeah, I just dump it out in here, and I'll do that, and then I'll fill it up with water. Try to fill it up to like the same temperature water and the same water level. And then all you're going to want to do there is you want to take your dechlorinator, measure out what size. This is a 25-gallon tank, so I'm going to want to put what it says for a 25-gallon tank, which is right here. It says on the bottle, it normally says on the back, of that little chart for you. So for 10 gallons, this one says 5 milliliters. So that'll be, I'll probably just do like 10 milliliters just because I took up barely any water. But yeah, so I'll probably do 5 to 10 milliliters. Yeah, so I'll put that in right now. All you do is pour it in the cap, put it in the water, and yeah. With that, you can kind of stir it in if you want, and shake it up so it just gets in there all good. And then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to pour it in the tank, and then it's done. You're all good with the tank. It's had a water change, and it's as easy as that. And then I'm just going to do the rest of my tanks. I'll show you. Because it can be different for some tanks, because that was with sand. It's different for gravel. So yeah, as you can see, it's all done. Got the cover back on, fill up to the top, and that's it for the axolotl. That was probably one of the easiest ones, because the tank was already clean. All we had to do was remove one little spot, so that one was quick and easy. So now we're gonna do one of the ones with gravel, probably this one, just because it has a little bit of algae on the side too, so I can show you how to get that off too. So I have a magnet that I use to just get this algae off. I just scrape it on there and it kind of disappears. But you can use like an old toothbrush, and there are brushes, but I feel like a toothbrush works a lot better, or even a washcloth would work. But I just rub this down and not drop it. And then you just rub that down. If you want to, try to, like, before you go, kind of like agitate the gravel kind of, and see all the stuff that comes up from it, because you'll be doing a water change. You want to be trying to collect all that stuff. So just try to get all that stuff up out of the water if you want. Otherwise, the gravel rack will get it when it's in there. Just in like the tight places like next to that wood and stuff. I'll do that. But yeah, so I'll start it up and then show you how to do it. Same way to start up the water flow, but this one you put suck on the end and then a straw and then it'll come out. Basically with gravel, all you have to do is you just take, I have this on here, the lid knot because it's all taped up. Don't want the frogs to get out, so it's a little bit harder to do it on this one. I'll just kind of just try to get this in here. And for this one, you kind of want to dig it into the gravel. You can see the gravel won't come up, but you get all the stuff that was in there. Can't really do it with sand. All the stuff will just come out of the sand when you hover it above, because otherwise you'll get all the sand. But yeah, all the gravel will just come up. It'll show you better with the 29, just because I'm not going to be so bad with space, because I can't get the top off of this one. But with the 29, I'll be able to do that easy. So I'll go back to you when I'm done cleaning this up. You can see it's still you still have stuff on the top. I just took out the water. You're not going to get everything, especially with a dirty tank like this one. But actually in the middle of I was doing that, the end of this decided to come out and get water everywhere. So that's a good reason we have the plastic. So I'm going to get a towel, wipe it up. And then same process, dump this out. Look at this, see how much this is. This is a 5-gallon tank, so about 2 milliliters, because I'm not going to be adding 5 gallons of water. We're only going to be adding about a gallon probably, so probably 2 milliliters of water. And yeah, I'll come back and we'll do the 29, which again will be a little bit different just because it's a bigger tank. As you can see, there's still a little bit floating around, just because, like I said, you're not going to get everything. It'll all settle down and it'll look good and it doesn't harm the fish. It's just, you're never going to get everything. Now for this one, this is like the easiest one to take care of. I'll just take like a toothbrush or something and scrub down there, there, and there. I'm going to probably get clamps for all these. I already have one for that one, not the axolotl, but for these 3. Mainly this one because this water looks kind of green and that helps it a lot. And magnets, because you can see algae, and magnets always help the algae for me. But for this one, it's really cool. All you do is this is the filter, pretty much. Now you have to do for this one, you lift it up. That stops flowing water. You turn it. And then I just have this because it's a small tank. Put it down, stops flowing water again. And it does an instant water change. I don't worry about the gravel too much on this one. It's a small tank, and I have a pretty good size snail in there, and he eats all that off, so this gravel looks fine. I'll just have to wipe that down with a toothbrush and everything. And I do that daily, so I'm not going to do it right now. But as you can see, algae goes fast. This fills up. As you can see, the water is pretty clean, but pretty dirty at the same time. So that's the one cool addition about this tank. It's a super easy water change. But I'll show you that one's filled up. Now I have this filled up again, so I'm just going to put the dechlorinator in there. Just because it's a little bit of water, you still need to put the dechlorinator in there. Now if I was putting this much in that tank, just to top it off, I'm not going to put the dechlorinator in there, just because when it mixes with the other water, it'll probably become good eventually. So it's perfectly fine if you put it into a big tank like that, 29 gallon, but if you're going to do it in a small tank, still add dechlorinator. Now I'm just going to get the 29 all set up and ready. I want to show you one more thing, just how to do the gravel, because I know that one was probably hard to see and all that, just because it is a small tank and I couldn't lift up the top all the way. But then I'm probably just going to show a time lapse of the 10 gallon and the rest of this one. So I'll show you how to do the gravel once I have it all set up. What I want to show you about this is the gravel. So when you push it in, you can see all that stuff comes up, and then just wait till that clears up, like now. That'll all go into the bucket, and then you're good. So that's all I wanted to show you. And you also may be thinking that you don't need a water change, your tank's super clean. This one, the tank looks super clean, but as you'll see when I'm dumping it out, or you can see right now how cloudy that is. That's just because it's all hiding in the gravel. But so at least do it once a month. Even though it looks super clean, it's not as clean as it looks under the gravel. So at least make sure you're doing it once a month. Thanks for watching. Leave video ideas in the comments below. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow.